cat just scared the shit out of me. Really, cat? It's like 4 o'clock in the morning. Hey guys, and welcome to another review on Mary Has a Little Blogger. Thank you for joining again. We're going to do another manga review. I hope to do an anime review soon. I'm watching Skip Beat right now. I have read the manga, but I do want to watch the anime and see if there's any difference. So look forward to that. But let's jump right into the manga we're going to do this week. And the manga we're doing is Pika Ichi, which is also known as First Flash. It was released in 2010. It's still ongoing, as I've seen, like for translation and everything for English. But somewhere I did read that it was already finished, so I don't know yet. But the author is Moshida Aki. The artist is Maki Yuko. Just to get a little heads up on it, it's actually a very interesting manga. I love the new concept, I would say, about it. It takes, of course, two shy people, which you have the main girl leader, and I say she's going to be the main character overall because it's a lot on her, and her name is Suzuki Hanako, and we have her as the main girl, as I said, and the male main lead would be Suzuki Taro. Now, to get into the main story, these two people are seen as so bland that nobody even goes and talks to them, and everybody just sees them as invisible. And they even say in the series is like, oh, I've been sitting next to this person for 5 months and I don't even know her name. Or, oh, do we even have that person in here? I've never seen them. They must be absent all the time, even though they are there. So they aren't there. They're just invisible right now. And one of the things that they both like to do, and they do almost I would say every day after school, is they go and see a Yakuza movie. Now, they've even been seeing those at the theater together, but none of them has seen them. They don't see each other for some reason. So, they see those movies all the time, and, Hanako really looks up to Mashiko, and Toru really looks up to the boss in the movies. So they always had these role models since they were young. And you'll see that to come and play later on into the series. Now, to getting into where they change from being out of these bland people, one day, Hanako is taking some papers to the teacher's lounge, and then Taro is actually outside helping clean up for the baseball team. And they both witness the lowest grade student getting bullied. And when I say bully, this guy is getting beat the shit out of. And this is not one person. It's the whole upper class just beating the crap. And when I say upper class, I do mean higher grade students, like the A's and everything, because this is an elite school, and everybody's seen to have some kind of special skill or kind of higher grades, and there's a lot of them. So I would say it looked like 20 people the first time beating the crap out of this guy, and I felt really bad for him. And that kind of got portrayed into the two characters. They felt really bad. And the one thing I forgot to mention is that both of these characters go off 3 rules that Eideon High School has been trying to preach to their students, which is be selfish, treasure your friends, and be fair and square. And they always went by these 3 rules. So when they saw this happening to this kid, they were trying to figure out some way that they could help, because this is their high school. They've always gone by these 3 rules and everything, and they thought this high school being so elite and so wonderful that when they saw this, they were kind of appalled. So they didn't really do anything in the beginning because both of them got knocked out. Hanako got knocked out by the door, and Toro got knocked out by a baseball, I believe. And the doctor comes and picks them up, which is Dr. Musure. Now, he comes into being one of the main characters as well, because they do go to his infirmary a lot, and they all have group meetings there. And not only that, but he takes care of them later, and I'll tell you about that when I get to it. But they don't see each other in the infirmary again. Taro somehow leaves and doesn't see Hanako, and Hanako leaves and basically tells the doctor, I didn't see anything. So after that, they both decide, we need to do something. We need to live up to our 3 rules and everything. So when they heard about a student council again coming to the auditorium where they first saw the bullying, they noticed something was going on again. Now, even a bigger group of people came together to beat up this one student. And they're only doing this because this one student has the lowest grade in the whole school. And they say it's such a stress reliever for the people that have such high grades. So these people with high grades can beat the crap out of this low student. And nobody says anything because they're too afraid of being the next lower student. So, you know, these two people stand up and it kind of puts a target on the back. The only thing is nobody's ever seen them before. So nobody knows who they are, that they come in, they grab this kid, and they leave and take him to the infirmary. And that's where they, like, meet each other. Well, they meet each other a little bit later, too. But the next day they come in, and this is where it starts getting interesting, is that they just both take on a yukaza, or just a gangster look almost. I can't say that name, so I'm just going to say gangster. She gets this bleach blonde hair all the way down to her back, you know, and she does her makeup. She wears this jacket that has like an embroidery tattoo look on the back of it. And he comes in, you know, his hair's all scruffy. I think he dyes it because I don't know what his original color was. And they both like go to the school, and everybody's like, who are these such dangerous delinquents coming to our elite school? And the teachers actually don't allow them in. They have to sneak into the school. So, I mean, that's where the start of the story goes on. They start to go in and, like, they want to change themselves to change the high school because they started seeing, you know, our elite high school that we looked up so much to do the being the be selfless, treasure your friends, and be fair and square. It was kind of crumbling right in front of them, and they wanted to change that. So they go on, and through the whole story, you know, they go against the whole student body to help out the other people that were scared, which are like the people that knew that they were going to be at the least test score and be beat up, or, you know, for some strange reason they could start getting picked on by the student council. So they were kind of like their heroes, but nobody came out to help them. So I'm just going to leave it at that for the story and let you guys start reading, because it only is 21 chapters as so far. I do not know the release dates of it because it's kind of, when I looked it up, it was like half of it was in January and the next was in March, and then they're starting to release it some more. So I highly recommend it. It is a very good anime. I love it to death. I will say again, Hanako, when you start reading it, she becomes to look like the more and more main character. Once you get into it, you learn about this guy named Dogen, and he's kind of like the head against the student council. He's the one that's trying to ruin their elite high school and their whole view on their high school and everything. So once you read it, you start to learn it. I would highly recommend reading it. It really is good. Now, some of the genre in it, there's a tad bit of romance, of course. You know, Taro falls in love with Hanako, but she doesn't really notice it. She's just kind of like, oh, you know, first friends and everything. It does have comedy, and it does kind of have the physical aspect because they do get in a lot of fights. And one of the things I love about this manga is they don't make the main characters be so powerful. I mean, I can't tell you how many times Hanako has been beaten to an inch of her life. She almost drowns at one point, but she still keeps going. And Taro, he always goes and tries to be the headstrong, you know, go into the fights, beat everybody up and everything. But he usually gets his ass handed to him. But he still keeps going back at it because he wants to go in these 3 principles. So it's a really good manga, you know. It's not like, you know, the 2 main characters are these over powerful, gonna beat everybody up. No, they get themselves beaten up all the time. There is some comedy in it, a little bit of romance, and overall it's school life. So it's a pretty good manga, and I highly recommend you guys going and reading it. So that's my review on Pika Ichi First Flash. Thank you guys for watching it. I do want to keep this thing as a weekly. I will really try. Like I said, I'm trying to watch my anime for Skip Beat. That's one of my top 5 favorite mangas, so I hope to get that out there soon. But like I said, I highly recommend going and reading Pika Ichi First Flash. Give me a like if you would like. Subscribe also for this weekly update, hopefully. And if you guys want me to review a manga, let me know. I highly will go out there and read them. I have a lot right now, but I really don't know what kind of mangas I should review. I mean, I do read a lot of romance, as a lot of my friends say, so I don't want to try to do too much romance. I don't want to bore you guys. So I am trying to find some action manga. So if you guys have any recommendations, let me know. Thank you again for watching this, and I